If you are looking for a new Prebuilt PC, this video is going to be for you. Welcome to another episode of Deals of the Week, where I do my research and basically give you the perfect Prebuilt gaming PC for your budget and your needs. Now keep in mind that most of these PCs are on a discount right now, and that's why I do update these videos weekly, because most of these deals are going to be different next week. However, these are some of the best deals I've ever seen on the entire market, and don't worry, because I will show you a system for every budget and every resolution: 1080p, 1440p and 4K, and I will also show you the level of performance that you can achieve with each system. My name is Valentino, and all the links to these Prebuilt PCs will be down below in the video description. With that being said, let's start. With the first Prebuilt PC, we have the best one for under $1,000, and we are talking about the HP Omen 40L. This system is just amazing for the price. You get an i5-13400, which is one of the best mid-range CPUs out there in the entire market, and then you combine it with the RTX 4060, which is a very nice 1080p gaming graphics card, and you can also play at 1440p if you want to with this system, and then you get 16 gigs of DDR5 memory. Now, in terms of performance, with the RTX 4060 in high demanding titles at 1080p high to ultra settings, you can expect around 90 plus FPS on average, and then if you jump up to 1440p resolution, you can expect around 60 plus FPS on average in these games high to ultra settings, depending on the game, because some games do require more than 8 gigs of VRAM from your graphics card, but for the most part you will be able to achieve 60 plus FPS on average at 1440p, or even more if you turn on the upscaler from Nvidia, which is the DLSS. Overall, a great system for $800, and in my opinion is the best price to performance budget gaming PC on the entire market at the moment. However, if you have more money to spend, then I highly recommend you getting the Blaze 4 Mini from Skytech. This one is going for $1,150, and you get the RX 7800 XT, which is one of the best graphics cards in the entire market when it comes to 1440p resolution. So if you're looking for a 1440p gaming PC, or you have a 1080p monitor and you want to achieve very high FPS, this one is going to be the right one for you, and the price is excellent. Trust me, I've never seen a Prebuilt PC before with the RX 7800 XT at this price point, and it is very similar in terms of pricing to a gaming PC build. For the CPU, you get the Ryzen 7 5700, then you get 32 gigs of RAM instead of 16 gigs, which is going to be useful if you want to do content creation and streaming, and you also get a 1TB Gen 4 SSD. In terms of performance, you can expect around 100 plus FPS on average when it comes to 1440p high to ultra settings in high demanding titles, and then if you play at 1080p, you can expect over 130 FPS on average in these type of games, which is insane. If you play easy to run games and esports shooters in general, then you can expect 240 plus FPS on average, 1440p competitive settings. And then with the 7800 XT, you can also play at 60 plus FPS on average when it comes to 4K resolution. However, if you're going to play at 4K and you want to play high demanding AAA titles, then I do recommend you turning on FSR to help you achieve higher frame rates. And if you have more money to spend, then I recommend you upgrading to the Shadow 4 from Skytech as well. This one has the i5-13400F, and you get the RTX 4070 Super instead of the RX 7800 XT, which is faster when it comes to performance and is going to give you the Nvidia technologies such as a better level of ray tracing, if you even care about that, and then you get DLSS, which is the upscaler from Nvidia, and is usually better when it comes to image quality compared to FSR from AMD. Also, the 4070 Super is usually better when it comes to content creation applications, so if you're a content creator, then spending the extra here is going to make sense, or if you're a gamer and you want an Nvidia graphics card. Keep in mind that you are paying a premium here for $1,380 total, which is a great price for this system, to be honest, but in terms of price to performance, the other system with the 7800 XT is actually slightly better. Now, if you want to max out your gaming experience at 1440p, I recommend you getting the Omen 40L upgraded version. This one has the RTX 4070 Ti, which is one of the fastest graphics cards in the market for 1440p, and then you get the i7-13700K. This CPU and GPU combo is ideal for 1440p maxed out settings, or if you are a creator, this combo is amazing for you as well. If you want to play esports shooters, you can expect 300 plus FPS on average competitive settings, depending on the exact game that you are playing. Then you can also expect around 60 to 65 plus FPS on average when it comes to 4K native resolution. Now, the price for this one is quite expensive at $1,836, but it's on a huge discount. You end up saving $700, and I have tested a PC like this one myself. So if you want to go ahead and see my entire review on the HP Omen 40L with benchmarks, then you will have that video in the top right of the screen. And before going into the next one, which is a 4K Ultra Gaming Prebuilt PC, if you are finding valuable information, click the like button and subscribe. Trust me, it's going to help the channel grow a lot. So if you end up doing that, thank you so much. Now, as I said before, the next one is amazing for 4K, and the price is actually quite good. Even though it's expensive, it is great because of the graphics card that you get. And I'm talking about the AVS Case Ravi gaming PC from Amazon. This one is $2,100, so as I said before, quite expensive, but you get the RTX 4080 Super, which is, in my opinion, the second best graphics card in the entire market, right below the RTX 4090. And then you get a Ryzen 7 7700X, which is one of the best CPUs to pair with the RTX 4080 Super if you want to play at 4K resolution, which, by the way, you can expect around 85 plus FPS on average when it comes to 4K ultra settings, native resolution, no DLSS on. If you play with upscaler, you can expect 100 to 120 FPS, but if you have a 4080 Super, you will not need to play with DLSS on for the most part because of how powerful this graphics card is. Then you get 32 gigs of DDR5 memory at 6000 MHz and $2,100. As I said before, yes, it's expensive, but since you get the 4080 Super, it is worth it if you are looking to spend around $2,000. Then if you have more money to spend, I recommend you getting the Skytech Eclipse 2. This one is basically the same system as the AVS PC, but the main difference is the CPU. Here you get the Ryzen 7 7800X3D, which is arguably the fastest CPU in the entire market, and then you get a 420 all-in-one liquid cooler, which is a total overkill for this CPU, but if you want to upgrade to a more beefy CPU down the line, then it is a nice to have. This one is on a huge discount and is the first system I've ever seen at around $2,500 with this CPU and GPU combo. So if you see it on a discount and you are looking to spend around $2,500 and you want a maxed out 4K gaming experience, then get this one. Or if you have a 1440p resolution monitor and you want to achieve very high frame rates. Now, this makes sense, especially if you play high CPU demanding titles or if you want to play a high-end simulator. Overall, amazing system for $2,500, and as I said before, this is the first time I've ever seen 4080 Super with a 7800X3D on a Prebuilt PC at this price point. And then if you want the best of the best and you are looking to spend a ton of money, I recommend you getting the Gaming Azure PC from Amazon. This one has basically the fastest CPU in the market, the 7800X3D, but this time with the fastest graphics card in the market in the RTX 4090. Here you can expect 110 plus FPS on average when it comes to 4K native resolution, high to ultra settings in high demanding titles, and you also get 32 gigs of DDR5 memory. You get a 1TB Gen 4 SSD, which I do recommend you upgrading if you want to download a bunch of games. This system is $3,400, so the most expensive when it comes to gaming, but in my opinion, worth it if you are going to spend this amount of money on a gaming PC. Most people do not need this system, but some people do want the best of the best when it comes to gaming, and that's why I'm recommending you this one. And if you are a professional content creator, then I recommend you getting the Prism 3, which is more expensive at around $4,000, but the main difference here is that you get the i9 14900K, which is faster than the 7800X3D when it comes to content creation performance, and then you get 64 gigs of DDR5 memory and you get 2TB of Gen 4 SSD, which is more storage than the last one. So if you have more money to spend, and especially if you are a professional creator, then this one is better. But if you are just a gamer, the last one is going to be way more than enough. Spending the extra is not worth it in my opinion, but of course it's up to you and up to your budget. If you have any questions regarding your PC purchase that you want to make, then I recommend you asking me on my PC community. That's the top link in the description. Thank you guys for watching, thank you for the support, and I will see you on the next one.